Hello everyone, this is Mr.Kafuffles, and welcome back to another video here on the channel. So, I swear, I've been looking through things from YouTube, and first thing I see is Ironmouse making a statement as to why she left VShojo. And then, like, this was a few days ago. And it just seems like everyone else is following along with her, leaving the company, and giving their own statement as well. And it looks like the company has also decided to just fail and shut down. And I was also talking this over with another friend of mine, and he gave me some, let's say, enlightenment as to what has been going on. And good lord, it's insane with what not only has Gunrun done, but some of the other staff as well. One known as MDT, which you will see later, as the video that I'm going to be looking over is known from a creator called False ID, as he goes over the VShojo agency closing and some VTubers giving their own statements or little reactions to it. But even then, this was bound to happen. Like, it was bound to happen. Like, it's insane. Because besides that, we got some VShojo going over their statements. Vebe speaking out on her behalf. Silvervale, Nanners, Doki Bird, Shondo, Matara even coming out with something of her own. Even other VTubers reacting to it. Along with a little something from Ironmouse as well, which there's also a nice little link to her Tiltify, in which she has raised just 1.3 million for the Immune Deficiency Foundation. This is absolutely insane. I'll also be linking this down so that way people can go over and give her some support as well if you can. But most likely, it would be best to share the Tiltify so that way other people can actually give her some support, because VShojo clearly did not do their job right. They didn't do their job right.
That being the VShojo, they're shutting down. That being the VShojo VTuber company. Their CEO, the Gunrun, finally sending out a statement today. This all after numerous talents have left in the past days, among allegations of mispayments and embezzlement. The Gunrun removing all VShojo branding from his account, as here now we have today's statement. VShojo has failed, and I mismanaged the company into the situation you're all witnessing. So today I am sharing the difficult news that VShojo is shutting down, and I take full responsibility for the decisions that led us to this point. I've been doing
Yeah, you most certainly do deserve the responsibility that came to you. Oh, sorry, buddy. I was trying to get your claw out. The responsibility that you and the staff, the other staff members, you all deserve that responsibility for what the hell happened.
doing
It's
everything
insane.
I can to fundraise and right the ship these past few months, but despite my efforts, we are in a worse position, and those I care about are now paying the price. Over the past few years, we raised around $11 million to pursue a bold, talent-first approach in VTubing, prioritizing creators and community over short-term profits to achieve long-term sustainability. Our funding went directly to our creators through generous splits, debut investments, infrastructure, concerts, events, and staffing, all designed to support them. We also also wanted talent to own their IP, which we knew was a unique creator-first approach for an agency. However, despite our efforts, the business failed to generate the revenue we needed to sustain that model, and eventually we ran out of money. Additionally, I acknowledge that some of the money spent by the company was raised in connection with talent activity, which I later learned was intended for a charitable initiative. At the time, we
Really? Really? You acknowledge that some money was spent by the company, was raised in connection with a talent activity, that being for Ironmouse and possibly some other VTubers as well, some of your other talent, but it was most likely Ironmouse with her needing to give money to a charitable initiative, that being what she's doing right now with her Tiltify, and it was over $500,000 that they did not give to this charity. When you spend money so recklessly and not even think, man. I swear, it's going to run people out of money, and it's going to lose you your talent when you are not doing your goddamn job right. You are going to be losing your position because you fucked up so hard. You couldn't even just give a slight moment to realize, oh wait, this is supposed to go to a charity? Especially when you're being told that, hey, this is supposed to go to a charity. Like, beforehand. Oh, good lord. Also, if you were wanting talent to own their own IPs and also give them, you know, their sponsors, which is what you guys were supposed to be doing, why did you keep all the money and not pay them on time or at all? Because get this. Kason, I don't believe that she was mentioned in this video. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm scanning through. It does not look like it. But when you have to have one of your own talents go after the Japan branch, I believe it was the CEO, former CEO at the time, and telling them that you have not been paid since November, if I'm correct, of last year, and you want to be paid immediately, someone is clearly not doing their goddamn job, because the Japanese branch, they were just doing fine. They were apparently doing fine. Kason never got her money. She had to literally go to the CEO and bitch at him and complain that she had not gotten her money. And you know what she also did? She quit right on the spot. She wanted to wait until the 31st of this month. No. Quit right on the spot. She wanted her money, and she's getting out. That's when you know someone's messing up. Someone is fucking around so hard.
We were working hard to raise additional investment capital to cover our costs, and I firmly believed, based on the information available to us, that we would be able to do so and cover all expenses. We were unsuccessful in our fundraising efforts. I made the decision to pursue funding, and I own its consequences.
Yeah, you surely do.
I am deeply sorry to all the talents, staff, friends, and community members who believed in our brand. You did not deserve this. Signed, Justin, aka Gunrun. Currently at this time, the VShojo YouTube page and website otherwise unchanged. This as responding to the announcement is Ironmouse. This former VShojo talent.
It still is unchanged. Believe me. No changes have been made after everyone completely left.
replying, "You broke my heart, my spirit, and my trust." As now officially, Fruit is the final member to leave, tweeting out, "I've left VShojo. As a day one talent, it's truly heartbreaking that it has come to this. I had the opportunity to achieve so much in the last 4 to 5 years. I am really anxious about becoming indie, but I'm going to continue doing what I set out to do and make fun things. The people, whether talent or staff, were the best part about the company. I had the pleasure of meeting so many inspiring individuals. I hope we can cheer them all on together moving forward." Saying, "And finally doing my part," linking out to the Tiltify that Ironmouse has been hosting these past days. Fruit as Apricot submitting $5,000 to this fund. As further responding was former VShojo talent Zentrea, saying, "I don't know what to say." Further, Kason would reply, "Why didn't you let us know the moment you realized this situation? Why did I get the information 2 weeks ago, not from the company, but from my homegirls? Why did you lie to the JP branch a week ago that everything was good and taken care of? It's not about the money, it's about the dreams they shattered. I shattered. All because I was too dumb to believe talent-free was truly possible. Many future stars looked up to me, believed in me for what I'm doing. I'm so sorry, guys. I know I let you down." Afterwards saying, "Thank you, guys. I'm okay. I'm sure I'll be back soon making jokes about this because that's who I am, but I just need time." Adding, "Not 50%, not 2%. We are going way beyond. I'm here to announce the new record, 0% share by the name of Talent First." Kuro originally replying with,
0%.
"Oh, I still don't..."
0% Good lord. Oh. Wow. No wonder that so many of your talent has left. Because they were not being paid at all. They were being owed exorbitant amounts of money and they were not being paid. This is insane. How could you let yourselves get this bad? This is awful.
Get it? And further, my comment on this that I'm legally allowed to say, simply being, I think. Michi also posting, "This is the face I be making when I'm holding back tears." While here, Amalie would reply, "This is exactly what Copium merch did to me, and you promised it wouldn't happen to me again. I'm so beyond disappointed and frustrated, I don't even know what to feel anymore." He may hear with everything that's happened is incredibly infuriating, but most of all, so sad. It's no secret I started VTubing mostly as a haha side thing, but in reality, I was able to do so many amazing things, meet so many amazing people. It all started from VShojo, just for them to do this. And further, we have Giga, remarking VShojo didn't just fail, many staff and leadership failed VShojo. Instead of using talent money on operating costs, the company should have shut down or at least informed us, but you used us as cash cows to keep things afloat while keeping us in the dark. You chose to keep the expensive sinking ship going and felt that it was fine to keep paying out to staff you were friends with instead of putting talent first. You made it abundantly clear that you are okay with not prioritizing the debts owed to the talent who made this company what it is.
This is absolutely showing that you severely fucked up. You're not paying your talents, you're only paying the staff, and you're leaving them in the dark. This is going to make so many VTubers not want to join you when they learn about this. If they do not get paid, what's even the point of joining an agency? Besides earning a sponsorship, which so many people are looking to get. So many people are looking to make some new friends, meet new people, you know, especially with joining an agency. All the people, all the new friends you can make. But then realizing at some point, you're not going to be getting paid, or you're not going to be getting any kind of shares. What's even the point? It would just be better off going indie, but even then, you would miss out on so many opportunities. So why can't companies just actually do their fucking job? Like, I'm pretty sure that Hololive, they can do their job right. I'm not entirely sure, but Niji Sanji, I know they're still knee-deep in shit for the stuff and the like all the VTubers that they have, all the shit they talk about other companies, other VTubers as well. You know, trying to make false accusations or false beef that never happened. So much idiocy.
While saying you will take full responsibility is the correct thing to do, I also think there are many others in the company without the same positive intent as conveyed in this message. In every leadership or staff call I had, you sat back and didn't say much while you had other staff members that were clearly the ones doing the actual work be the ones to speak. We know which—
Wait. He didn't say much? In leadership or staff meetings? And oh my god! Oh my god, he was having other people doing his own shit. He's having other people doing his own goddamn dirty work. Because, oh, I don't feel like taking responsibility. Oh, I don't feel like saying this when I'm gonna be having someone else say it for me. Pathetic. Utterly pathetic. Oh my god. Spineless.
leadership worked on our contracts. We know which leadership constantly sat in voice chat playing games with staff instead of working on time-sensitive tasks for our events and debuts.
Wait. So, there were people that constantly sat in voice chat just fucking off. They're fucking around doing their own thing instead of doing their damn job. They should be doing their job and not dick around. Oh, Lord. Oh my god. Oh, this is utter insanity right here. Oh, wow.
We know which staff consistently leaked information about talent. As the CEO, you are the final check. Yes, this means that all checks before you failed too. Hours later, Fruit saying I'm really late to process my emotions. I find it difficult in times of stress. I don't know how I should be feeling or what it is I'm feeling, but today I feel like a bag of bricks landed on my shoulder suddenly. I didn't even get a chance to finish my termination process before the company claimed to shut down publicly. Saying to Madara Khan, I'm really sorry you had to go through all of this too. I'm so infuriated and frustrated for you. I still can't believe it. I love you. Here's to new beginnings. I look forward to seeing where life takes you. Michi remarking to that statement, we trusted you and you knew how hard that was for some of us to do. Our communities, people who only ever do their best to support us and care for us, do not deserve this either. Keisan saying, man, I wasn't ready for any of this. Amelie adding, beyond broken and betrayed, but holding on to a semblance of hope. That is the other talent that I met and formed friendships with over these past 6 months. You guys are the real ones, and I love you so much. I'm so sorry you all were suffering in silence for so long. Orca Caribou responding, we trusted you. I feel so hurt and betrayed. Henya saying, I had a wonderful time while I was in there, so because of that, it hurts my heart a lot. My community and my friends don't deserve this. I don't expect you to do anything at this point. Just please don't do this ever again to anyone.
I doubt they ever will, but you never know with what happens in life. But let's hope it never does happen again to anyone in any good VTuber company, agency. Because, good lord, this is just insane. This is insane.
Zentraya here with a longer statement asking, why do you keep dodging my messages and concerns? When I wanted to do one-on-ones, you kept dodging or you gave me a short corporate answer. When I was under immense pressure from the community for answers about the auditions and I pleaded for a statement by your PR team, you told me it wasn't needed. You made a tiny video instead, looking like you were hurt and upset, saying sorry instead of meeting me one-on-one for my concerns, and I would—
Dude, you should have just done the one-on-ones with Zen. You should have just taken responsibility and done the one-on-ones. You should just do your job and not puss out like a little bitch.
was left crying and frustrated. But like an effing dog, I went back and happy to even get something from you, because oh man, boss actually answered me. Then debuting new talents and such, even after the community kept asking about it and kept waving it off and letting me take the punches. I smiled, I effing brushed it off and kept pushing the company because I was hopeful for new talent and bringing new people to help. Instead, I find you were hiring people without input and poaching without even the idea of truly helping them other than financial gain. You didn't even know.
So he was greedy. He was greedy. He wanted the money. It was clear. Wow. Oh my God. This is utter insanity.
Know who you were bringing in. You and the team told us to just take it. You and some people were really ready for me to be thrown under, over, and over. Even when Amelie joined, I begged you to put out a statement regarding auditions before she announced her debut stream. You gave us the middle finger. Me and Amelie had to put out a statement because your PR team was unfit for the job. I took it all. Why did we have to say anything at all? Why did I have to keep taking the effing damage over and over? You were hurting me well before this. You know you have. I've been pushing a company so blindly, it didn't even care for me. But I'm an idiot and I kept believing. I was so excited for this. I spent sleepless nights dealing with constant harassment, and you spent money, which you didn't even have, without even warning us on God knows what. And you knew, don't even lie, you knew that money was for charity and was supposed to be placed to the side to be untouched. Where did $11 million go in less than 3 years even? What happened to all that money? I'm just really tired from all these years of trying to push for something that kept pushing me to the wolves. I was so stupid, but I was so excited. I really trusted you. We all did. Despite everything, I don't wish you any ill will. I just hope you find some way to make this right.
I doubt he would. I highly doubt it. But if there was some slight miracle of hope, then may God have mercy on him. Because good Lord, 11 million in 3 years not paying his talents. That's fucked up. Even I am at a loss for words for what Zen had to deal with. I'm at a loss.
Ironmouse remarking, I have no words, I don't even know what to say. And today in Lord Athelson's chat, sharing I would be told certain things about people, and I would feel like I was losing my sanity because they were fine with me when we spoke, but they would tell me they hated me, so I started questioning my reality. Even people I worked with. And I was like, WTF, how? I just saw them at an event, what do you mean? They would tell me artists hated me. Speaking
Really? Really? I'm pretty sure this is where it goes into of the staff telling members false accusations, like saying that, oh, this VTuber's hating you so much, these artists hate you, they're calling you the absolute worst things you could think of, they're just sending out so much hate. But then the VTubers meet them and they're like, oh, so friendly, they're nice, they're caring, they love me, they do care about me, they haven't said any of this bad, awful, terrible thing to me, they haven't done this, they haven't done that. The lies, the slander.
the numbers, Ironmouse would say, Kason said a Ferrari worth. I can't say how much exactly, but I will say this. House. Me. Alongside, yeah, I'm glad Booby didn't join. Thank goodness he almost did. And now we have some ex-VShojo towns chiming in further.
Yes,
Bebe saying...
Yes, I wish to go over this, because there is a lot to talk about. Now, the NDAs are void, which is great. Everyone can talk about their own personal experiences from VShojo. Now, I've read this before. I want to read it again, because I know that you would all want to listen to him, but I want to read it personally, because I felt so shocked. I felt completely, utterly baffled, and it just really messed with me. So the NDAs are now void, and why I left VShojo. Back in 2023, VShojo tried to bully me into one of the most predatory contracts that I have ever seen. When I tried to ask more about it, their COO got extremely hostile with me and refused to answer any of my questions, so I had to hire a lawyer in order to get some clarification. During the talks, it became clear that VShojo would rather let me go than take less away from me. And they were ultimately wanting to give up more than half of my sponsor revenue and over 60% of all my merch sales. I'm sorry, they wanted to take away 60% of all merch sales and give up more than half of the sponsor revenue. Oh, Lord. Oh. The greed. I swear, the greed. But all she asked in return from them is to not take a cut of the sponsors' sales, or sponsors, that she was getting through Mythic, as that cut was already being taken. They denied it. They wanted it all. They wanted all of it. And so I asked to leave after being treated like I was being disposable in our talks. They basically made it seem like they were my employer. They're an agency. They aren't. They find the... Good Lord. Oh my God. Ah, wow. This is just so bad. This is just so bad. They basically made it seem like they were my employer and that they were the reason for my success. That I owe them and I should be happy to give them my money. What? I'm sorry, what? Huh? No. I'm sorry. No. No. That is downright terrible. That is a terrible move to pull here. No. Being happy that I should be paying them? No, they should be paying me. If I was in the same position, no, they should be paying me for doing my job right, for doing what I'm told to do. I shouldn't be paying them. That's their own problem, not mine. Get the fuck out of here with that. But yeah, that I just wanted to go off from that little bit, but let's continue on.
And over 60% of all merch sales. So I asked them disposable in our talks. They basically made it seem like they were my employer and that they're the reason for my success. Then I signed an NDA that prevented me from speaking to any of...
Yeah. In order for me to leave, the demand I signed an NDA, which is obvious. But now that's null and void, we got this.
The other talent about it. I could not say why I was leaving. I could not say what the terms that I was saying no to were. I even got in trouble for advising them to hire their own attorneys. They would watch my streams, read my Discord, and then threaten to sue me. If I said anything that hinted towards how I really felt about the company, I was threatened with a lawsuit. Another one of their leave terms was that they will announce both me and Silver on the same day in order to minimize the damage to their company. Their COO has begun to push a narrative on 4chan. Yes, I'm serious. And other
4chan, of all places that they could post to push this narrative. Their COO on 4chan. You know, the site that's mainly all about shit posting and all this other weird and random bullshit that you would come across and find? That site? Yeah. No. They're being fucking dumb by doing that.
social media that I am leaving because I plan to join OTK and that both me and Silvervale are troublemakers, so they were quote-unquote letting us go. Later I found out that Neanners wanted to leave around the same time due to also being unhappy with the contract, but was told that she couldn't because it did not fit their narrative that they were pushing internally and externally. The amount of hate we've gotten over leaving, from fans calling us greedy beaches to people saying we're abandoning our friends and tossing aside the company because we're successful enough, that's what's effing painful. Not being able
Okay. From fans calling us greedy bitches to people saying we're abandoning our fans and tossing aside the company because we're successful enough. No. No, that's not even the case. But now that everything is out and about, oh wow, people are gonna be feeling so bad for what they've said. But if they are still gonna be going off from it and still stand by their opinion, might want to rethink on it. Because this, no. No, people should be able to have their own reasonings why they left. And I'm glad that Vebe and everyone else was able to get their point clear and across.
Able to say anything sucked. I only found out I didn't get paid for any of my sponsors after I had already signed the NDA. After 2 years, I've still not been paid back fully. To add insult to injury,
yeah, this one right here also made me quite shocked. For 2 whole years, even after signing the goddamn NDA, nothing was paid to her. And paying back 10 grand for anniversary assets, which they had sent back months later, were half finished. And they still wanted her to pay everything. And thinking that the company would have gotten better, they did not. They were just getting worse and worse, like Niji Sanji.
Also demanded I had to pay them back $10,000 for some of the anniversary assets, which they sent me back months later, were half finished. Despite all that, I've had immense faith that the company has gotten better over the past 2 years. I assume they rewrote their contracts after losing 3 people due to them and seeing all the new talent join. Clearly, this was not the case. Now, for some fun facts. Their company lawyer has an expired law license. He literally does not practice law anymore, yet he was our point of contact for any legal help we needed. They act
a expired law license. Yeah, I wonder how that will settle in court. I wonder how that will settle. Yeah, finding out that your own company lawyer has an expired law license and doesn't even practice it anymore. Utterly insane. Good God.
Actively pitted us against one another during my time there and compared our success to others. They tried enforcing streaming schedules so that our view count would look better due to less overlap. They would always S-talk other VTuber agencies. They literally would spend company money to get a tiny dig at them, especially
Yeah. Wondering where that $11 million went? Right here. Just using company money to get a dig at other VTuber agencies, more specifically to Hololive. Because, oh, we already know how many VTubers are still there at Hololive, how many people have been graduated and became indie or joined in a different agency. And, yeah. Yeah. This is where all that money was going. And let's see. Convinced Hololive, they were convinced that Hololive was over when they signed Kason and Nazuna. Really. How many generations does Hololive still have again? Like what, 6, 7 gens with plenty of people still around and still within Hololive to this day, even their more male-generated, or male gens of Hollow Stars. You know, it makes you wonder. They're not going anywhere, especially with big names like Korone, Fubuki, Marine, Picora. So many big names. Hololive's not going anywhere. And just this is getting close to the end, but yeah, they always love the shit talk. Previous manager or previous talent manager got ghosted for 6 months by Gunrun, told him to do nothing, and got fired for doing nothing. MDT got reprimanded for being creepy, told us not to message us privately. That name, MDT. This was another, I believe it was CFO or COO, one of the big higher-ups. He was pretty much sliding into the girls' DMs, the talent, their DMs, and trying to cop a feel. Prove other streamers attending their IRL parties that MDT would actively shit-talk me and after I left the company, paint me in the worst light imaginable. Don't know why you're acting innocent on Twitter, pretending you weren't aware of anything. Oh, can't wait to see all the shit that comes out about you, because there's loads that people, or that those aren't my stories to tell. So many people can already fill in that part. But good God, absolutely insane.
This being one of the co-founders of VShojo, having left the VTuber agency. Veve continuing on, I have proof from other streamers attending their IRL parties that Moten Do would actively S-talk me after I left the company to paint me in the worst light imaginable. Don't know why you're acting innocent on Twitter pretending you
he said what about?
To just privately, go figure. This being one of the co-founders of VShojo.
A co-founder. Interesting. Looks like I was wrong about the position. A co-founder. Wow. Yeah. A co-founder doing this creepy shit? Yeah, you're in for some deep, deep shit, my friend. You are fucked.
Left the VTuber agency. Veve continuing on, I have proof from other streamers attending their IRL parties that Moten Do would actively S-talk me after I left the company to paint me in the worst light imaginable. Don't know why you're acting innocent on Twitter pretending you weren't aware of anything. Can't wait to see all the S that comes out about you, because there's loads, but those aren't my stories to tell. Thanks for rating, and thanks to those who stuck around between then and now. Thank you for giving me, Silver, and Nyan the benefit of the doubt when we needed it most. Vey adding, they'll have to steal from another charity to sue me. And further along, we do have Nyanners flying with, wow, we suddenly have $500,000 in our company bank account. Could this be for the charity one of our biggest talents raised the exact same amount of money for that we promoted and known about for months? Nah, definitely not related. Ha ha ha. Really? Lamau, come on, man. Adding, so is the COO gonna say anything about his involvement, or is he busy Googling, how do I renew my law license past the deadline? Nyanners later, in reply,
Oh, that really should have been taken care of long ago. Because they can easily bring that up. They can just easily bring it up. But let's see what Nyanners has to say about all this.
To Vebe, remarking Moten Do had the audacity to talk S about you to my face at a party the year that we all left, and painted you as some kind of conniving, greedy, mean girl who was in my ear and manipulated me into leaving VShojo just because you wanted me to join OTK because, quote, her boyfriend Soda is part of that org, or for personal gain, or some S. He got uncomfortably close and up in my face and was like, come on, I know the real reason you left. I know it was because of Vey. She talked you into it, etc. And it was infuriating. I know he spread that same S to other staff, talent, and other industry people. Seeing one of my closest friends get dragged through the mud like this for years was awful. You did absolutely nothing wrong and had so much S flung at you just because they wanted to push a narrative to protect the company. For him to act like he's completely blameless is insulting. He is a creepy mother effer, and there's a lot more obviously, but a lot of it is also not my
Game of Thrones, King's
Oh, I
Road.
could imagine that so many people have so much other stuff to say about him.
story to tell.
I could
Most
imagine.
damning today by far was Silvervale taking the stream to talk about her experiences. This now in a following sequence of clips, firstly elaborating on how Mama Vale was required to sign an NDA.
Oh yeah.
Oh yes, Mama Vale. Because showed up during one stream. One single stream. And they forced her to sign an NDA.
They have my mom sign one. I forgot to mention that. She's not my manager or anything. She's literally just my mom.
Yeah. Not a manager, not trying to do anything special, nothing at all. Just being her mom. Nothing else. That's it. Just her mom. Her literal mom. Nothing else. And they made her sign an NDA, which is absolutely by far completely fucked.
But she was come on stream with me. I guess they just wanted to NDA her so she couldn't say anything either because she knew what was happening and what I was going through. So they wanted to like cover their bases so that she wouldn't say anything either.
Silvervale also elaborating she made more outside of VShojo.
I was so excited for it, I think I cried. Like when I got my very first sponsor. I don't know if you guys remember that. And obviously I cry really easily, so it's not saying a lot, but like it was a huge deal to me. It was the first sponsor that I had after a year of being a VShojo, which honestly was kind of nuts in itself that it took so long to get one. When getting sponsors was their main job, and it took them a year to get me one. That's kind of insane. It wasn't even like a big game, but it was my very first official sponsor, and like I was so excited. And that was in 2021, and I didn't get paid for that one either.
Wow.
Like it was years. It was years of this. To put it in perspective, I made more money in the first few months in Mythic than I made in my whole entire time in VShojo. And I contacted someone I knew professionally who introduced me to a lawyer, and they were absolutely fantastic, and I'm so thankful for them for navigating such a crazy situation. Like, this was insane. She said the contract they wanted me to sign was the most predatory she'd ever seen, and she like specializes in this kind of stuff, so that was really telling. I had asked VShojo to adjust the contract, and they refused. But VShojo was so upset that we had lawyers helping us with leaving and looking over the contract, and like we were belittled and shamed to the other talents for using a lawyer, which is crazy. Like, we were made to look evil and greedy when it was a perfectly logical thing for us to want to be paid what we're owed and for wanting to be careful with something as serious as your livelihood. But I couldn't.
I mean, the talent comes first. They deserve to be paid after doing their job right. You know? Not just having the company being greedy as fuck and keeping all the money for themselves. No, that should not work. That should not happen.
Never warn anyone publicly. And frankly, like, if I did, who would have even believed me? VShojo was a huge brand, and they had so much power and sway. Like, they were terrifying. You may not realize it, but they were terrifying. Like, the threat of them suing me was very real, and it haunted me for a really, really, really long time. Like, even before it was announced that I was leaving, I had just mentioned in my Discord, just like casually, that I was stressed and I needed to cancel the stream, and they contacted my lawyer because of that and threatened to sue me if I hinted that I was leaving or unhappy at all. Just because.
If she was unhappy or leaving, they would sue? For what? Dude, your talent deserves breaks. They should have time to have a moment for themselves. Good Lord. Oh my God, that is awful.
Because I said I was stressed, so imagine me saying anything else. Like, we were lied to and misled for a long time. We were pitted against each other and told different things so that if anything went wrong, we blamed each other instead of the agency. They had leaderboards, like internal leaderboards, to make us compete against each other. You were considered a problem person for rocking the boat or voicing any concerns. We were told not to discuss sponsorships or what staff told us to each other. They did everything they possibly could to compartmentalize all of us.
This right here. They deserve to be shut down. VShojo deserves to be shut down. Gunrun and all the higher-ups, they do not deserve their position. I'm saying it. They do all this fucked up shit right here. I'm getting heated from this. Oh my god. I wonder if she also brings up the Hogwarts Legacy incident that also went up. I wonder if she also brings it up. Come on, buddy. I know you want it. I say this because if she doesn't bring it up, then I certainly would, because my friend I was talking to about all this stuff happening, I wonder if she does bring it up at first.
And make it feel like we were nothing without them. The internal culture just made it feel like you had to work for brownie points in hopes of like getting their support and adoration. They had convinced us that we were working for them when they were supposed to be working for us.
Silver also being told by the CEO that she was a damage to the brand. This in relation to her playing Hogwarts Legacy.
Okay, she does.
I was put into a call with Gunn, the CEO of the company, like someone that I admired and I looked up to and I wanted to please, someone that I thought was the coolest person ever. And he told me that I was a damage to the brand, that I was a disappointment. I was told that me being harassed was an inconvenience to the other talents and not to talk to them. Optics were more important than their own talents' well-being. And I was suspended from streaming.
She does. When you do this, oh my god. No. No. This is by far the most horrible thing that any CEO could ever fucking do for their own, or to their own talent. You were someone that plenty of people, plenty of talent looked up to. And you badmouth them. You degrade them like they are nothing. Like they are a disposable, that they are a replaceable object. Like you could just say the most awful things and saying that they are replaceable. And making them cry and just feel so sad. I do not wish for anything good from Gunrun after this, after hearing that. Especially from Silver herself. This is by far the most fucked up thing that has ever happened to her. And all because of a game! All because of a fucking game that is based around a world where, yeah, J.K. Rowling doesn't like trans when there is a perfectly well-written and thought-out trans character in Hogwarts Legacy. I do want to play it. I do. I want to finish up some games first, but that's definitely going to be something that I want to play. And I will play it. I don't care what anyone's gonna say. I'm gonna play it. Say what you will. But I'm gonna do what I will. Oh, because of a fucking game. What a goddamn joke!
They said it wasn't a suspension because they weren't that kind of agency. But what else do you call being told not to stream? And when we left, they, of course, discredited us to the staff and the other members. Like, they painted us as troublemakers and problem people, that we were greedy and asked for more money. There's, like, so many horrible things just to avoid the truth that they were stealing from us. And they intentionally announced Vay and I leaving at the same time, so it looked like we left together, even though Nyen wanted to leave at the same time. And they refused to let her leave at the same time because they wanted it to look better for them. Like, it's not like we were all jumping ship at the same time. They literally held her hostage. I later found out that they had been slandering me to musicians and artists that I had worked with through VShojo, and slandering me to companies and ruined potential business partnerships that I was really, really excited for some of my like dream collabs that.
So they also sabotaged their own talents for wanting to commit with doing a collaboration with them. How awful and down bad do you have to be just to go this goddamn far? To ruin someone's dreams and hopes? How much of a piece of shit do you have to be? How much of a heartless and spineless bastard do you have to commit yourself into becoming to do this? Good God.
Were gonna happen.
In addition, last night, Doki Bird would talk on this subject, confirming, unlike all of the other ex-Nijisanji talents, she was not approached by VShojo to join the agency.
My name is Gabriel. I'm an angel. I'm here to save.
So for those who are wondering, I did know. I want everyone to go support Mint tomorrow as well because it will be her 5th year anniversary, and she's been going through a lot. I did know about that. She got signed to VShojo for a while. I think like around the time she got signed, I didn't know about it. But I didn't provide too much details about like what was going on and everything. And cause you know, I just let her tell me stuff like if she wanted to, or like, you know, I try not to pry too much. So I didn't know how bad it was because I just knew like the surface level details. And I was like, and then like, you know, months sort of passed and it was like, oh, aren't you supposed to debut in VShojo? And she was like, yeah, but it got pushed back. And I didn't know reasoning. I didn't pry about it. And I was just, back then I was like, oh, that's great. More time to prepare, you know? I was like, oh, that's cool. You get more time to prepare for your debut. Like, yeah, because I didn't know what was going on. I was like, at least you get to have a better debut and everything. Like, but I did want to like address this thing because of like there were so many like rumors and stuff going around. But for those who were wondering, no, I was never approached by VShojo. I didn't realize how big the rabbit hole was, and I'm finding out so much information at the same time as you guys right now. No VTuber company wanted me or like gave me an offer or like approached me to help me after, you know, I got fired and got thrown into being indie. A lot of people forgot that like I was basically like super taboo and radioactive and also controversial. And I didn't get any offers. There was no poaching when it comes to me.
Also alleging that she was further in talks with VShojo is Shondo. You're now talking about what her deal breaker was.
You're cool with collabing with flesh tubers? She didn't say flesh tubers. You're cool with collabing with guys and IRL streamers and things like that? Because I took a look at your page and it seems like you don't collab with many people. And I said, oh, no, I don't. No. No, not me. I was like, I don't have a problem, but no, I don't really want to. Just a personal thing, I'm not really into that. And she was like, oh, so what if... And then she was like, okay, alright, what if the guy has a lot of viewers? And I went completely silent for a minute, because I was like... What? She's like, what if it's a male talent, a part of the group? And at the time, I was like, the company is called VShojo.
Shondo reacting, bro accidentally put the $500,000 he was supposed to donate to charity and the millions for the talents into the Lamborghini fund. Silly mistake. Who hasn't done that?
We know where the millions went to, along with the fucking 500 grand. All into fucking vehicles and staff and all this idiocy. God, Gunrun deserves to be shown off like a clown.
that. And regarding the termination of Montara
Ah,
earlier this year by
Matara!
VShojo,
Let's hear
here
what
now
she
we
has to
have one of
say.
her business associates, Bricky, speaking out on that matter.
Is I see a bit of a
Oh man, I love Bricky. Bricky, he's an absolute goat. An absolute goat and Giga Chad when it comes to everything Warhammer 40k. Because even I have seen his videos for learning about all the different Space Marine chapters of Warhammer. Whether if they serve the Emperor or one of the gods of chaos.
of a conspiracy theory going around that Matara's, for lack of a better word, firing from VShojo had anything to do with her work with Orchid 8. That is completely just conjecture and conspiracy. As far as I'm concerned, absolutely nothing revolving around us working with her for merchandise had anything to do with her termination. In fact, for the most part, as far as I'm aware, she came to us because VShojo was not doing a very good job with merchandise and she wanted someone to do it better. We are owed about 15 grand from VShojo that we will most likely not see.
Yep,
there's a very good chance that money is completely frozen. And
yeah, I could definitely see that. Yeah, I doubt that they are ever going to be paying off anything to their talent or to anyone that has given support. So yeah, 15 grand, not going to be seen. Yeah, this is pretty much going to be what's happening. And it's most likely that both sides of the English and the Japanese branch are going to be seeing some court. More likely with the English branch, as it was founded over in California.
and will not ever see our bank accounts.
We also have two official statements, one from Agent Inc. saying, in light of the recent events, we want to reassure our community that all VShojo collaboration items sold on our website, including the Zentreya sword, will be fulfilled as planned and are not affected by the recent VShojo situation. Alongside that, we have Infinity saying, we are aware of the ongoing situation involving VShojo and their talents. As many of you know, we recently designed a collection for Project Melody and Henya, which launched as a pre-order on the VShojo store and was scheduled to conclude this past Monday. There was also an earlier in-stock release with products for Ironmouse, Zentreya, and Haruka Caribou. All sales and transactions were managed exclusively through the VShojo store by their team, and we do not have access to any sale information or funds collected. At this time, we have not received an order from VShojo and are actively working to gain clarity. We're sorry for the issues this is causing and appreciate your continued patience and
Not received any orders from VShojo. And all the sales and transactions were managed through their store by their team. Good lord. Oh, wow. I don't think they're going to be seeing anything either.
understanding as we navigate this situation. Numerous friends and VTubers reacting to this statement, one of them being Shy Lily, looking at that statement of we should be able to do so and cover all expenses and remarking, brother, you've somehow been bleeding $11 million while maintaining the most successful and biggest VTuber roster in Western EN history and figured that all just go away on its own. What a weird way to say. So basically, I've been sitting ducks while watching this ship sink, and instead of sitting down with the talents and explaining the situation and finding ways to fix the business model, we went about hiring more and bigger talent to rake in more profits to cover our incompetence. Rose Doodle, who among other VTubers had been in talks to join VShojo back during the 2021 to 2022 auditions, only for those auditions to be closed, remarking this post could have ended after the first line, there is no way you didn't know. Numi simply responding, pathetic. Bow the Whale replying, this is exactly what studios sell in copious.
Yep, absolutely phenomenal wording from Numi. Completely pathetic. Pathetic to see this.
Merch did to us, pretending the ship wasn't sinking, and instead of being honest, took everyone down with them. The road to hell is paved with good intentions. Menace here saying, from the message I gathered,
or as to the saying goes, abandon all ye who enter here.
You also couldn't afford a PR person. Saroe, remarking blowing your own money is reckless, but blowing other people's money, especially charity funds, that's not just a mistake, it's disgraceful. You don't get to play with trust like that. Son here with I can't fathom a line of thought that would allow anyone to create this kind of narrative and think it's believable. Claiming to put creators first with all the hardships you've given to every single talent, past and future, is such a bold-faced lie. I hope you can find more words than these. The communities are the ones who are the heart of this space. They protected, cried with, and cheered those talents on. Learn from them. Pixel here with, you don't spend money you don't have, especially other people's money and charity money. God, we really do need Finances 101 for people in this space.
Yeah. You never do spend money that you don't own. If it's gonna be for someone that they earned, it's their money. You don't just take it away and keep it for your fucking self. Especially if it's for a sponsorship. Like, you should be doing, like, a portion, at least. But, actually, no. Since they are supposed to be the ones that are supposed to help with their aid, or with their talent, get the sponsorships. So, technically, the talent should have all the money from their streams and their sponsorships. They should not be taking anything. Like, the talent earns their own money. The company shouldn't be taking their money that they earned.
So, Tina, here now with I'm sorry, but this makes no sense to me. How do you overspend this badly? Was there no one managing the books? What do you mean as the CEO of the company you later learned the funds for Ironmouse's record-breaking charity subathon were meant for charity? Cassie here saying, I didn't know, I didn't understand, convenient but despicable words. Spite replying, the members deserve so much better. Joel here with, I have so many things I would like to say, even if we believe the good intentions part, the lack of communication and intention to work with talent to fix things from your party is insane. Ariel saying the decisions made on literally every front were so horrendously bad, it would be irresponsible to call them business decisions. It was for charity. Quinn Bennett replying, you guys played with people's dreams like it was a situationship, me included, and held us in limbo for months. I really used to believe in VShojo, which makes this all the more disappointing. KU saying, but where the money owed at? Alongside OBK Cat, effing speechless, going offline for the night. What a week. Demi here remarking, disappointing the fact that your NDA made your talents not even speak about how awful y'all were to them. Too pathetic. Alongside we have Megalodon. This time last month tweeting out, I want to join a VTuber agency. Anyone willing to take widow ol' me? Today saying, actually, I think I'm good. As Starlight Daryl tweeted, Gunrun was a deal.
Yeah. Think would be best. I think that going indie for now would be the best opportunity to go with, instead of having to take the risk of having something like this happening. I really needed to clear my head after all that went on. Just so much idiocy that happened in that company, I swear. Yeah, but still, Gunrun, supposed to be a person who is supposed to be respected and admired for being taken into VShojo, for being able to actually earn a way to make friends and meet new people. And this just happens.
Dear friend and someone I once respected and admired, I love VShojo so much. I believed in VShojo's mission more than anything, and I poured so much of my work and my self-worth into helping build their brand. There are no words that can adequately describe my anger and disappointment in VShojo and Gunrun. If gambling with the talent's money, especially Mouse's charity money, was truly necessary to save the company, then I wish VShojo would have shut down long ago instead. I feel betrayed and heartbroken, but that pales in comparison to what the talents are going through. They need our support now more than ever. Mirrodin here saying, skim some tweets and couldn't find an acknowledgement from the main account, but the JP account clearly acknowledged half the revenue was going to be donated and the official account retweeting that. There's no way you can make a claim that you didn't know. Remy!
Wait. So, the JP account, they actually acknowledged that this was happening. They knew that Ironmouse was doing this charity stream and that she was going to be donating this much money to this whole thing. The English branch, they did nothing. They were like, they blew it. They blew it off.
Replying, I hope that someday, somehow, little by little, you can make things right for everyone. Cottontail VA, fresh from vacation and just finding out about all of this morning, reacting to the line of which I later learned was intended for a charitable initiative and saying back, what else would it be for, buddy? Your pockets? I'm so disappointed and tired of this. VShojo truly lived long enough to become the villain. Founder and CEO of Faku Jacob at Large Hot Coffee, saying, I've known Justin a long time and I know his heart was in the right place with VShojo, which is why I haven't commented on this until now. That said, this is not enough. He needs to make it clear he's going to reimburse everyone what they are owed, no matter how long it takes. He has the talent and resources to do this. Ugu Bear replying, I think it's obvious he had good intentions.
But is he really going to reprimand himself and reprimand and everyone that he was supposed to be giving out money to? He should. He definitely should. There's no doubt about it. He is going to. Otherwise, he is definitely going to be facing some legal cases if nobody gets their money still.
But truthfully, it means nothing now that we're at this point. He could have admitted his mistakes and not continued to dig deeper and deeper. Meanwhile, Yoshi would react with, and this, ladies and gentlemen, is another addition to the worst apologies in history. How can you retweet Yoshi's success tweets of the subathon that are saying she's donating half of charity and then claiming you didn't know? That's psychotic. I can't find any other words for this. Mem also seeing this and saying, how could you not know the money was for charity? Was your CFO asleep? As finally we have Pasta Ravioli simply saying, enjoy jail. Prior to all this, we also have Henya last night saying thank you guys for all the kind words. Dio, I'm looking at it one by one and it makes me tear up. I'm still taking care of the situation right now and I'm scared to be honest, but I am so glad I have so much support from you guys. Thank you so much, Dio. Well, further along, we have one of the hidden/secret members that were intended to debut with a new generation of VShojo, that being Phoebe-chan, saying thank you everyone. My heart feels so hurt and yet so full because of all of your support and kindness. I want to return it tenfold. I'm about to take off on a plane, but I'd like to talk on stream either after I get back or while traveling. I'll find a way to bloom. Here also with VShojo told me I should dream big, so I made a list of goals that I wanted to continue to work towards and hopefully accomplish during my time with them. Obviously the plan has changed, but I hope I can make these dreams happen some other way. Also with their own
hang on, let me actually look at all those points. I'm curious to see as to what there was. Let's see. The dream big, or the big dream. Sign a major deal, or record deal. Universal's first choice, and release music with them. Stand on lots of bigger and brighter stages with my group mates. Develop and push myself beyond my current limits as a singer, songwriter, and I want to make a breakthrough in the music industry with a unique sound. Make lots of original music, both individually and with the group, and help to develop a new hybrid genre of J-pop, R&B, soul, and American pop, and be able to work with some of my dream producers and composers on these. Spread love and awareness of Kaigai idol culture through unique 2.5D IRL and virtual hybrid content and appearances. Same thing I've been doing up until now, but with more production value. More immersive stream events and content with storytelling and roleplay aspects with custom assets, interacting with more of my community, singing and acting roles in anime or games, especially some of my favorite IPs. Hell, even I would want to do something like that. I have seen how some of you guys have been commenting saying that I should be voice acting in some things. I have a amazing voice. Even I want to do something like that. I desire to be. I mean, it's only a dream, though. But even then, gotta wait until that point comes across and be ready for it. Some kind of involvement with Macross franchise, English dub voice for Ranka Lee, Wholesome Games ambassador or host, collaborate and make fun products with the favorite bands and artists, i.e. item label, and become fluent in Japanese. I mean, who wouldn't want to be? who doesn't want to try and be fluent with Japanese?
I can make these dreams happen some other way. Also with their own list is another hidden / secret talent that was intended to debut after with VShojo, that being Tori Ariane. Herewith found a list of some of my goals I had being with VShojo. I can still do all of these. They just feel more out of reach than ever. Tori giving us this
Yeah, some various same goals, much like the previous person for their goals of wanting to do things with others. I mean, that's definitely something to really think about doing. Like, it would be nice. But trying to go indie, that's gonna take way longer.
Jojo, I can still do all of these. They just feel more out of reach than ever. Tori giving us this Soul Ferryman
looks
of the
nice.
Underworld reference sheet. All the while also giving us update is Michi Mochivi, saying in light of more news, if you're an artist that has worked with me under VShojo and haven't gotten paid yet, please reach out to me or to Maiko. I'm super sorry for the whole mess, but we'll make it right. Maiko here remarking, many of us tried our best significantly beyond our roles with only hope to work with. I wish I could have done more for talents, fellow staff, and the community. I'm sorry. This year, and especially week, has been so incredibly heartbreaking, stressful, and tiring. Also formerly a part of that staff, Hoshi, saying I can 100% confirm this. The VShojo talent team tirelessly advocated for their talent. I witnessed them go above and beyond on so many levels, not just for the talent, but for me as well. This past year and a half was incredibly difficult, and I genuinely don't know how I would have made it without their kindness and support. Please send them extra love and support during this time. Love you so much. Linking to Panini, Roxy, Ajinzu, Maiko, and Kenzo. Hi guy would tweet, I am now officially unemployed. Let's play games. While Fugi would remark, the finances were such a mess in the...
I guess he really wanted to say that. But hey, I mean, at least not dealing with all the bullshit.
Time I was there, that I almost believe him when he says he forgot what the 500,000 was intended for. Almost. As now we return to Ironmouse. Initially responding to that statement simply with a broken heart, and within Lord Aethelston's chat today, saying the amount of lies I was fed while he looked me directly in the eyes. My trust in my heart is broken beyond repair. Ironmouse having not streamed for the past 8 days. By our estimates, the longest amount of time she has not streamed since late 2019. Now returning to twitch.tv last night, saying hello, I'm really nervous and not sure what to say, but I want to hang out and support the Immune Deficiency Foundation. The precious family raising Mouse to a brand new hype train record of 72 and giving her over 22,000 subscriptions and 350,000 bits. As here now we have Indie Mouse, or aka Leak Mouse. Iron Mouse showing off this model way ahead of schedule. He is saying we're leaking it, I don't care. Mouse and I were actually going to do a duo outfit debut earlier. We have the most insane lore and merch planned, and I can't wait to show it to you guys when we can. Maybe we'll leak more soon. And yes, the chibi does go into the jar.
Oh
Mouse
my God.
and CDogVA receiving this dedicated page on the Immune Deficiency Foundation website. That as after 72 hours, her Teltify campaign is now at $1.2 million. Mouse this morning
Soon
saying,
reaching
thank you all so much
1.3.
from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for your kindness. Thank you for being the best community. Thank you for making my return stream as Indie Mouse so special, and for supporting me and the Immune Deficiency Foundation. Donate plasma. I love you guys. Vivi Ria here with Together We Are Strong. The sketch was my little way of standing beside Iron Mouse. All the while we also have Ilara here calling on VTubers. It's time for the Mighty Mouse charity event. We're getting together this weekend to raise money for the Immune Deficiency Foundation. This takeover event already has 300 plus VTubers involved with milestone raffles and tons of games. Everyone is welcome to join in and help make a difference as we aim for our $20,000 goal. Join us below. As that is all for this episode. As always, Fouet, in light of the recent situation, I'm releasing something tomorrow. Monetization will be off. Instead, I ask you to redirect it to... okay, that is all for this episode. Cindy.
Yep. Honestly, it was insane. It was quite insane. But yeah, this is a much needed thing to happen for VShojo to shut down entirely so everyone can actually let out their peace of mind for what they had to deal with. I still feel bad for what Silvervale went through just because of a fucking game. And especially with her own mother signing an NDA because of one stream, a singular stream, mind you, no more, no less, one. but with everyone else also giving their point of view and their own explanations. Honestly, VShojo deserved to be shut down. 11,500,000 done with who knows what instead of going to the right people along with their talents. Like 500 for a charity and 11 million that was supposed to go to the talent. That I hope that they all gotten their money at some point or will get it. But yeah, this is going to end things here for now. So thank you everyone so much for watching. Give False ID a like and a sub, along with supporting Ironmouse's Tiltify. Anyways, this is Mr. Kafuffles signing out. Take care. Peace.